Hey, good evening, everybody. A little bit of a different live time for me. A little early in the evening. But I wanted to go live and bring you guys the indictment of Magen Fieramusca. And I want to thank Jen B. Jen B, if you're here, I want to thank her for sending me these images. I did not have them. Yes, there she is. There she is, Jinx. I want to let a few more people join before we get started reading the indictment. If you guys are not familiar with Magen Fieramusca, she is now convicted, or not convicted, I'm sorry. She is now charged officially with the murder and kidnapping of Heidi Broussard. It's been a very busy news day. Very busy. We have been back and forth between Fotis Doulos in this case, so I'm trying to stay on track here. Because I also worked today during all of this. That's multitasking there, let me tell you. Welcome, welcome, all my mods. I see all my blue in chat. I see all the greens in chat. Thank you to all the greens. I should change the names to the members, to the greens. So it looks like, based on her being charged with Heidi's murder, to answer your question, Justice, it looks like no. I mean, we haven't heard that anyone else was charged with murder. We only know that Magen has now been charged with murder. I know prior to this, it was a lot of talk about, was someone else involved? Did someone help her? Are they waiting to, arrest someone else and charge them with murder? We had the rumors in the beginning that there was a second person. And now we see the murder charges against Heidi. So to answer your question, the blues with the wrench are my moderators. They keep everything under surveillance in here. And the greens are members. And if you want to be a member, all you have to do is click that join button. And there's different levels to become a member of my channel. So if you like what you see, you like what I do, if you want to become a member, it'd be awesome. I'd love to see a sea of green. I'd love to see a sea of green. I see more green and blue than I do gray. I don't know if that's good or bad. But my mods do a fantastic job. If anybody ever, needs the word out on a missing persons case or anything, please give them my link to my channel. Give them my email. Give them anything. I love doing that. I love helping people. So, yeah, I'm reading. I'm getting all caught up. I'm reading chat. Prepper always throws me off. Just a little bit. Aw, thank you, Justice. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Can the mods put a link to the join button? I know it's really difficult to it really is difficult to find. I'm not being sarcastic. It really is. Oh boy. You guys have been talking to me all day. All right. Well, without further ado, let's read this indictment, because they leaked a little bit of it earlier. And I want to see it for myself. I just lit a candle. Stephanie Feltis, welcome. You are a J for Justice member. Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie. It's good to see your face. And now you're green. If anybody else wants to become green, there's the link. All right, let's pull up this indictment. And if you could give this video a quick thumbs up too, that would be amazing. Amazing of you. Okay, let's get started. Here is the first page. Let's get rid of Magen's. Oh, this photo too is real nice, huh? All right. So here is the first page of the indictment, and that is the indictment. Or wait, yeah. And the indictment, capital murder by terror, threat, other felony, PC. The bond amount is left blank. And this is in the 450th Judicial District Court of Traverse County, Texas. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, the grand jury for the county of Travis, state of Texas, duly selected, impaneled, sworn charge, and organized as such at the January term 2020 of the 450th Judicial District Court for said county upon its oath presents in and to said court at said term that Magen Fieramusca on or about the 12th day of December 2019 before the presentment of this indictment in the county of Travis and state of Texas, did then and there intentionally cause the death of Heidi Broussard, an individual, by asphyxiating Heidi Broussard by ligature strangulation and by asphyxiating Heidi Broussard with a leash and by asphyxiating Heidi Broussard with her hands and by asphyxiating Heidi Broussard in a manner unknown to the grand jury. And the defendant did then and there cause the death of said individual in the course of committing and attempting to commit the offense of kidnapping of Heidi Broussard and M. Carey against the peace and dignity of the state. And it is signed by the foreperson of the grand jury. And then it was filed at 10:38 a.m. this morning in the Travis County District Court. That's really, really hard to read. Like, I feel sick. What is wrong with this woman? Why did she need to use so many different methods? That's what makes me sick. So she used her hands, she used a leash. Yeah, sick. And an unknown to the grand jury. So does that mean, this is my question, if someone in chat maybe knows this, when they state that, is it because they don't know yet, or they just did not release that to the grand jury? They're saving it for trial. That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, Susan, that was my thought exactly, because she struggled. Justice, thank you for becoming a member. How could you do that to your friend? That's the question of the day. You think it means they just don't know yet? Or, yeah, okay, Jen B, you think it's just they don't know yet? Or maybe they didn't release that. You know, they may not have needed to release everything in order to get an indictment. Here, I'm gonna help you guys out here. This is a link. I see that you guys are having a hard time. Thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie said, I'm going to try to say your name. Sedalisic. Bree, welcome. Welcome to Egg. We're going to get to page 2 of this indictment, which is the indictment on kidnapping. There is the link right there that I put up in chat. If you click on that, it will take you right to where you need to go. Stephanie and Bree, thank you. Bree, love you too, girl. Thank you. All right, let's get up page 2 of this indictment. Page 1, if you're just joining, we just read page 1 of the indictment of Magen Fieramusca. And it's disturbing. It's disturbing. If you can rewind, you might want to rewind and go back. Or you can wait and this will replay. Okay, so here is the indictment on kidnapping. And it has the same verbiage as the first page we looked at. Hang on, I'm trying to scroll it up. So the very beginning is the same for the grand jury, the county of Travis, state of Texas, blah, blah, blah. We read that. It's repetitive. Upon its oath presents in and to said court at said term that Magen Fieramusca on or about the 12th day of December 2019 and before the presentment of this indictment in the county of Travis, state of Texas, did then and there intentionally and knowingly abduct M. Carey, a minor child, by restraining M. Carey with the intent to prevent the liberation of M. Carey and by using and threatening to use deadly force against M. Carey and by restraining M. Carey with the intent to prevent the liberation of M. Carey by secreting and holding M. Carey in a place where M. Carey was not likely to be found. And the defendant did then and there restrain M. Carey by restricting the movements of M. Carey without the consent of M. Carey, so as to substantially interfere with the liberty of M. Carey by confining M. Carey and moving M. Carey from place to place against the peace and dignity of the state, again, is signed by the foreperson of the grand jury. So the kidnapping is only for the baby. So she's charged with the kidnapping of the baby and the murder. Now, I believe she was already charged with the kidnapping of Heidi. Oh, man. It says M. Sherilyn because she's a minor. She's a baby. Yeah, it's really disturbing. But we found out some details about the manner in which this monster, I mean, really, truly a monster, who can be friends with someone since they're 11 years old. She was Heidi's best friend since she was 11 years old. And to hear, you know, she choked her with a leash, with her hands, with another unknown item. It's disgusting. It makes me question a lot of things. It makes me question trust. I mean, this girl, from what Caressa said, you know, Heidi 150% trusted this girl. And this girl knew what kind of person Heidi was. If you didn't listen to my live from last night, I had one of Heidi's best friends on talking, not last night, I'm sorry, it was 2 nights ago. But we were talking about Heidi and the kind of person she is, and she was telling us all about her and how kind she was and how she was caring and forgiving and, you know, would go without to give to someone else, you know, just all those qualities. And this MF knew that. It's just crazy because Heidi never saw this coming. I'm sorry, that's my dog's toy in the background. Mr. Bill. So what about the guy she was living with? That's a good question, Stacy. As far as we know, he hasn't done anything. I mean, we don't know where he is. We don't know what he's doing. But the question I think that all of us had was, why hasn't she been charged with murder? Is someone else involved? But it looks like it was Magen. Magen did the kidnapping and Magen did the murder. Oh, fur babies. Let's see. I want to read some comments in chat. Do we know why she did it? Justice McLeod answer. Yes. We don't have a motive. I've had a few things that have come across possible motives, but I can't talk about them yet. But nothing etched in stone as to why this girl did this. Was she pregnant before? Was it jealousy? You know, what was it? Hi, Gwen. You know, Gwen, every time I see you, I think you're now my neighbor. Like, we need to meet up for coffee or something, Gwen. Or something. Take our dogs to the dog park or something. What do you think capital murder by terror threat means? Well, we looked it up when I was live earlier, and it's basically just Texas. It's Texas's way of wording capital murder. So it's not any special title. It's not any special kind of murder. It's just the way they word it. I'm not saying, Joe, I didn't say there was no motive. I'm saying we don't know the motive. The motive could be any reason. I mean, she could have lost a baby. She could have wanted a baby and couldn't have him. I mean, we could speculate all day long. I'm not saying there wasn't a motive. Obviously, the girl had a motive, but we just don't know what that is. And like Christy said, we may not ever be given a motive. I think we will. I'm hoping that this goes to trial. Okay, now you're talking, Gwen. I said, oh, a cup of coffee or go to the dog park. She says, or beer. Let's go. I'll buy. There's a good spot over by you. Mad Beach Brewing Company in Johns Pass. I'm down, Gwen. Gwen, can you email me your number? Because I got a new phone. So email me. Drug abuse doesn't equal insanity. Nope, it certainly doesn't. Hello, Renee Scott. Couldn't get Prego? I don't know. I don't know. So okay, Angel Girl. So she also was driving the car to pick her up, or someone else involved? Angel, I don't know that. I don't know. Cool, Gwenny. I'm seeing more gray than I am green now. Just kidding. Thanks, Sleuths. There's my email, Gwen. Right. Captain of my soul. Right. The thing is, that's just how Texas words their capital murder. With the terror threat. Who was driving the car? Remember, the neighbor said she got in the passenger seat. Yeah, there was an eyewitness, but we don't know if that eyewitness is correct. We don't know if someone else was in the car for sure. So I don't know. That's something that's still unclear. Stacy, do we know her past criminal history? Yeah, she got she worked at a payday loan company, and she was actually accused of stealing $5,000. And I think they let her resign. And then I think she had, I don't remember her other charge. Hi, Caressa. Caressa's in chat. Everybody throw up some love for Caressa. Caressa, have you seen the indictment? Oh my gosh. Gwen said, I will only go though if Oni comes and brings my $100 from the GoFundMe. Gwen, that $100 is long gone, sister. Danette, I agree with you. Danette said it probably happened so quickly the eyewitness might have mixed up the seating in the car. Eyewitnesses, you know, they make mistakes a lot. So you never know. Look at all that love for Cressa. I love that. Cressa, I was just actually talking about our live the other night and just how cool it was to hear you, you know, tell us all about Heidi. Can you recap over the first indictment? I'm just joining. I'm waiting. Yeah, absolutely. Caressa, are you still here? I can run through it one more time before I end the stream. Casey Lynn, I'm sorry, but I'm so curious about this leash. Did she have a dog? I wondered that too. I don't remember them saying anything about a dog you know what I mean? Not like they would report that, but seeing them remove the dog from the home or something. Oh. Danette, I like your love for Caressa. Well, that's what I'm wondering, if she hasn't heard it yet. I didn't want to, you know, come at her out of nowhere with this. So I was waiting for her to respond. I don't know if I have DVR on. Can you guys rewind? Sherilyn Daigle said Heidi had a dog. Oh, maybe it was his name Zeus, I think? He says, yes, my internet is slow. Poor Caressa and her internet. Well, that's what they're saying, Soul Sister. That was one of the things she used. I don't know if it was Heidi's dogs or not. It didn't say specifically. I agree, Liz T. Caressa got her friend's personality across to everyone, and it was so easy for her to do. Heidi had a dog. This is Caressa. Heidi had a dog. Remember, he was on the balcony strangely. Yes. Hi, Katie Jean. Why would Ugly Face have Zeus's leash? Well, yeah, he was out on the balcony, probably with no leash on, I wouldn't think. I miss Texas. That is crazy. So there was, yeah, it was the leash. It was her hands. It was an unknown, another unknown item. Yes, it was Zeus, and he was on the balcony. Roku Cassie. We're not talking about anybody's posts here. We're talking about Magen, and we're talking about the fact that she was just charged with the murder and kidnapping of the baby and of Heidi. Let's talk about Facebook posts. I don't know if Magen had a dog. Does anybody here know if Magen had a dog? I don't know. Shane has a list of things that he needs to help with this baby. I feel like he needs a lot of help. I thought there was things out there already. There was some kind of Amazon, and then there was GoFundMe's. I feel like he's getting a lot of support and help, Janine. Magen is the dog. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Ugly Face. MFer. MF. MF. Well, at any rate, she was finally charged with the murder of Heidi. And if you want to see the details of this indictment, you can replay this video. So for now, I'm going to sign off here. It's been a busy day between Fotis Dulos, and trust me, I'm keeping a close eye on that. If I hear of any change in Fotis Dulos's condition, I'll go live. The last we heard, he had I think a faint heartbeat, and they were putting him in a hyperbaric chamber. Yes, you can call her whatever you want, Joe. Oh, so he's updating his Amazon site regularly. So there you go. Caressa said she did have a dog years ago, a Pomeranian, but I don't know if she still did own a dog. So you never heard any dog barking or anything when y'all were talking? Caressa. Thank you to all the new members. You guys are awesome. I wish I could somehow see how many joined this stream, but I can't. But thank you guys. I see a lot of green peeps. Okay, I'll message you, Caressa. All right. Well, I am out of here. Thanks you guys for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.